we're in a situation where once the SIP is submitted, with the developer taking a look at it and agreeing to it, and then coming back that they would agree to it, then we would actually then, at our next council meeting, go ahead and approve the SIP, so then we can go ahead with the project. We also have to since it's a PUD, Plan Unit Development, we have to combine all the lots. So right now, the Gates Hotel is on a separate lot, so we have to put that in the PUD. So that also has to be done. Once that's done, then we can go on. So Gates Hotel is a situation where we need that if we're going to go on with the development as it is being proposed. If the situation is, if it's separated out, then we have to go back to the drawing board and go back. The developer's then going to have to redo what they're planning on doing, and then it's going to be a different SIP.
So a lot of people have been upset, I guess, about the Gates Hotel being taken down, saying it's a historical building. Can you kind of respond to some of the concerns that you've heard?
Well, I think there's some aspect where people think that it's an older building. It's a situation which wasn't mentioned here, but the building was actually supposed to be demolished in 1987 for what's called the Oddfellow apartment complex. It didn't get destroyed, and in 1995, when it was looked at, and actually on the state historical site, it's listed as being not listed as a historical site, but is what they call put on the site. It's cited, but it was never put in the state historical site, and also it wasn't listed or put in the historical downtown district.
I see. So it's not a historical building, or as classified.
It's as classified. It's not in the national or the state historical places. So now to get that put on, that's what the big rush is. And some of our concern is once that goes into effect, then it causes complications because we had this all taken care of. So that's my main concern. I love history. I love the fact that the building's there. But there's other ways of handling the history of the building. Actually, the building, if possible, could be moved to another location. And if it could be moved to another location, then it could be restored at the expense of whoever wants to restore it. Just because it's at a certain site doesn't mean that it can't be restored, because other buildings have been restored. We have some really great other historical sites that the State Historical Society runs, that not all those buildings were originally there. So there is other opportunities to save the building. It just means that it might need to be moved.
So this is a call to someone if they want to purchase and move it off the property.
Right. And the city has land that they could possibly give. So it could be there. They could locate it on the city land, and it wouldn't be any problem. Since the city already owns the land, they could do that. So I'm always optimistic. I tell people, rather than looking outside the box, all we have to do is look in the circle. We have everything there. So I just took a different aspect on it. Didn't mean to get on my soapbox, but I love history, and history doesn't mean that we have to have a certain place. You can always build a place for history to be observed. You can do murals, you could do all sorts of things. So I just, get me on history, I'd talk your head off. There's a lot of history in southwest Wisconsin. Most people don't realize. So if anybody wants me to lecture on it, I'll be glad to.